All right, happy Thursday. We're coming to you live on Press Box Overtime at Viera Middle School. Yes, brand new middle school over here in Viera, Florida, hosting the first middle school girls volleyball championship. And yes, they happen to be in it. Tonight, on the right of your screen in blue are the undefeated 11-0 Scotties of DeLaura Middle School. And on the left, wearing the white with the blue at the bottom of the shirts, are also undefeated 11-0 Owls of the brand new Viera Middle School. And how apropos with, let me think here, 12 middle schools competing, that we're down to the last two undefeated teams. And after tonight, there will only be one undefeated team left in Brevard County Middle School Volleyball, and they will be crowned county champions. I'm Bill Maharis, Press Box Overtime. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm waiting for the other half of my Coach Doug Cook. He's on his way. He's going to be my expert sidekick. Actually, his daughter Kaylin, who played volleyball at Satellite High School, just graduated last week from college up in New Hampshire, where she played college volleyball. She played at the JUCO level as well as the college level. Again, tonight, in the past, Brevard County has had volleyball in what was called junior high schools, because back in the day it was 7th grade, 8th grade, and 9th grade. So you might visit some of the older middle schools like DeLaura, Hoover, Johnson, Jefferson, Kennedy, and you might see some volleyball banners hanging up in the gym like you do with other championship banners. But when 9th grade went away, we are one of only 2 counties in the state with just 7th and 8th grade. We do not have 6th grade as the other 65 counties do. So we're now called middle schools. And with those middle schools,
you didn't have her last time, number 20.
Oh, okay, thank you. Good. Just added somebody on the roster. We certainly don't want to forget anybody. But, so even though Brevard has had girls volleyball champions in junior high school, this is the first time we've had it in middle school. Actually, up until this year, the only 2 sports in the middle school division here in Brevard County was boys and girls basketball and boys and girls track. And this year, thanks to Kevin Robinson, the county athletic director, who's standing over there in the corner, because he's going to be handing out the trophy at the end of the match, they added 2 sports. They added boys and girls soccer, and they added girls volleyball. So we certainly want to do as much as we can. This is the 3rd volleyball game that we've covered here on Press Box Overtime. And hopefully next year we'll do some more. We'll get out there in that soccer field, because again, the young ladies you see tonight, you're going to be seeing them in high school here in Brevard County, so get used to some of these names. As a matter of fact, the coach for Viera also is the head coach of the girls soccer team, and they won the championship this year. Got a nice banner hanging up over here, undefeated. So coach is going for her 2nd championship here at the brand new Viera Middle School. Again, both schools are 11-0. They ran through their divisions. DeLaura was the number 1 seed from the South Division. Their competition in that division was Johnson, Central, Southwest, Stone, and Hoover. Hoover finished as the number 2 seed. They finished the season 8-2, and their only 2 losses were to the number 1 seed DeLaura. They did lose the other night. We had that right here live on Press Box Overtime. If you didn't get to watch it, we've also got it posted now on our YouTube channel. Same name, Press Box Overtime. Not sure if I picked a good name or maybe a name that nobody else wanted, but it's a lot easier to find all of our game videos on our YouTube channel. Feel free to watch it anytime. Feel free to download it, whatever you want. But again, they're there for your enjoyment. So hats off to Hoover. They did finish their season Tuesday night at 8-3. And again, the only 2 teams that they lost to this year were the 2 teams that you see here in front of you. On the north side, DeLaura, Viera Middle School, the Owls, they also finished 10-0. Now they're 11-0. They did defeat Hoover in that match the other night, 25-13 and 25-14. DeLaura defeated Jefferson, again, just like Hoover. They were the number 2 seed out of the north, 8-2 record. Only 2 losses were to the number 1 seed Viera. And again, their 3rd loss was to the other undefeated team, DeLaura. DeLaura won that game, or that match that we actually had here the other night, over Jefferson, 25-12 and 25-19. So hats off to Jefferson and Hoover for finishing the season at 8-3 and making the semifinals here in Brevard County. I'm going to flip this around a little bit here. We got both teams warming up. Again, on the left-hand side of your screen in the white jerseys are the Owls of Viera Middle School, and on the left are the Scotties of DeLaura Middle School in the blue jerseys. And again, just a little bit more about where we're located here. We are in the brand new first year out Viera Middle School, and man, they got a gorgeous gym, a beautiful gym. I spent 13 years at the middle school level, 2 years as a teacher, 11 as an administrator. What I would love to have a gym this size, because if you've been to any of our middle schools, our gyms only have stands on one side. Now they've got stands on both sides, which is great, because in the past, for basketball, and again, we certainly do appreciate the gracious host, which has been schools like Viera High School. But it's nice now that we've got a gym like this at the middle school level, where the middle schools can start hosting their own championships, whether it's volleyball or basketball, or two sports that we have that are inside. So again, beautiful gym. I'm going to guess we might have about 200 people here. Again, I know DeLaura travels well. I spent 6 years there as the dean, and we're right here in Viera. They've got a great crowd. I'm not sure if it's split half and half or who's on what side, but again, we've probably got about 200 people here. Again, an exciting night, an historic night, as the first ever middle school girls volleyball championship. Whoever wins tonight will finish 12-0, and they will hoist, which I'm sure Mr. Robinson over there has the plaque, the first ever middle school girls volleyball championship. Let's talk a little bit about championships. Let me read off some of the champions that we've already crowned earlier this year at the middle school level. In the brand new sport of soccer, the Hoover Middle School boys were the soccer champs, and the girls, as I mentioned earlier, right here at Viera Middle School were the girls soccer champions, and they were coached, as they are tonight in volleyball, by, let me find it here, head coach Jen Ermy. Again, she coached the soccer team. She's also coaching a lot of other teams, and we'll get over that in a little bit. But again, Jen Ermy was the girls soccer coach, and she was the championship coach that won the championship for girls soccer. So Hoover won the boys, Viera won the girls. In basketball, boys basketball was the Kennedy Panthers, and girls basketball were the Generals of Jackson Middle School. Boys track, in both 8th grade boys and 8th grade girls, Kennedy Panthers, so they got 3 championships this year. 7th grade boys champions were Southwest, and the girls champions for 7th grade were Central. So again, Kennedy racked up 3 championships this year. Viera Middle School, under head coach Jen Ermy, is going for their 2nd championship after she's already notched one in soccer this year. Again, like I said, we now have 4 sports at the middle school level. We've had basketball and track, added soccer and girls volleyball this year, so it's great to give these kids an opportunity. A lot of the young ladies you're watching tonight, and I'll flip this back over, probably play at the club level, and you're going to be able to tell. We have not seen Viera this year. We have watched DeLaura twice, and you can tell the skill level of these young ladies is outstanding. Just like they were when we watched Jefferson. We had a game at Hoover earlier in the year. They are the same. Again, these young ladies, most of them are not new to volleyball. They play at the club level, and it shows. And you're going to see some great action tonight, again, as 2 undefeated teams here in Brevard County meet. Only one will leave undefeated, and only one will leave crowned champion. As I mentioned earlier, for the home Owls of Viera Middle School, they are led by head coach Jen Ermy. She's a PE teacher here at Viera. Again, in addition to being the Owls volleyball head coach, she is head coach of the girls track team as well, assistant coach of the boys soccer team, and as I mentioned earlier, she is a girls soccer team head coach. And again, that's the other new sport this year, and they finished undefeated, already got their banner hanging. They've been crowned middle school champions of the year. We also want to recognize here at Viera Middle School Principal Ms. Kathy McNutt and Athletic Director Chuck Marchetti, which we appreciate him giving us the opportunity to do this game tonight. DeLaura Middle School Scotties, also 11-0 with wins over Johnson, Central, Southwest, Stone, and Hoover. They won the semifinal on Tuesday, which we had here live on Press Box Overtime. Johnson finished the season, Jefferson 8-3, and DeLaura won that match 25-12 and 25-19. Rob Leggett is the head coach. He's coached at the high school, middle school, and club levels. Like me, he's retired, but can't stay away, and he's excited to be coaching. His niece, Caitlin Terry, is the assistant coach, and she's actually a teacher at Viera Middle School. She teaches civics and TV production. And we also want to recognize Principal Miss Tina Susan and Athletic Director Miss Candy Terry, whose husband Rob also teaches at Viera Middle School. Again, in the semifinals, DeLaura defeated Jefferson 25-12, 25-19, and the Owls of Viera Middle School defeated Hoover 25-13, 25-14. Again, hats off to Jefferson and Hoover as they both finished 8-3. And again, their only losses this year were to the two teams that you see in front of you. Looks like we're getting ready to introduce the teams. I see the clock is counting down to about 33 seconds. We do not, unfortunately, show you the score here on the screen, so we will be announcing it quite often. But hopefully, once we go live and zoom in a little bit, you'll be able to see the score on that scoreboard that you see on the left-hand side of your screen. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, but before I do, I just want to make sure you guys know I'm telling you the truth. Yes, that is Coach Doug Cook. He is here. Thank goodness. He's the volleyball expert. First, Doug, congratulations on your daughter, Kaylin. Graduated from college. And she played high school at Satellite, JUCO, and volleyball. So I'm guessing volleyball might have paid for a few classes.
Yeah, we just got back from New Hampshire, Kaylin and myself. I got jet lag. I was running over at Viera High School. I forgot about the new Viera Middle School. I went to the auditorium, then I went to the gym, then I came here. That's why I'm late. But I think I got it together now.
Well, good. We're going to turn it over and let you listen to Chuck Marchetti, the athletic director, as he is going to introduce the teams now. Introducing the visiting Scotties of De'Ara, also undefeated.
Number 4, Lola Thomas. Number 5, Mel Shirley. Number 6, Lainey Husnoli. Number 7, Ellie Bennett. Number 8, Ayana Helms. Number 9, Madison Hadley. Number 10, Joey Smith. Number 11, Jordan Walton.
Once I set it up, I'm just going to leave it.
Number 14, Taylor Kinsey. Number 0, Brooklyn Morrell. Number 20, Lily Kansas. Now let's get loud for your Viera.
Those are the undefeated Scotties of DeLaura. Now we got the undefeated hometown Owls of Viera Middle School.
Number 1, Zoe Humphrey. Number 4, Sophia Jackson. Number 5, Ian James. Number 6, Nicholas Surratt. Number 7, Gabby Machado. Number 9, Cameron Pacheco. Number 10, Sam Boston. Number 11, Emerson Bennett. Number 12, Michael Jones. Number 13, Anna Stanley. Number 14, Allison Zelinsky. Number 15, David Villa. Number 16, Laura Long. Number 17, Gil Holker. Number 20, Santa Serva. And number 21, Laura Fox. Now please draw your attention to the flag as our very own middle school band will be playing basketball.
lot of high school games, a lot of middle school games, and sometimes they'll have a tape that plays. But there's nothing like listening to a band or a singer from either one of the schools do a national anthem. All right, we're going to zoom in here a little bit.
Yeah, not only that, you got more kids involved in the activity. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. All right, let me see if I can.
I'm excited to see these two teams play.
Yeah, you know, it's not too, I mean, there's no flipping the coins. We got two undefeated teams. They both earned the right to be here. No upsets in the semis. Only one undefeated team is going to be left after tonight's match. And they will be crowned, as I mentioned, County Athletic Director.
County champs.
Mr. Robinson is over there. I'm sure he's got the plaque. I just saw another good friend of mine, Derek Reed, walk in. He's the athletic director at Kennedy, also teaches math. Again, as I mentioned, Kennedy's already racked up 3 championships this year. So, again, if you're new to volleyball, first 2 sets go to 25. Third set goes to 15. You got to win by 2. Doug, I'm pretty excited.
I am too. This is a brand new facility and some great athletes. I know we saw the Hoover DeLaura game.
Right.
We did that a while back.
Right.
And these kids are just amazing. I'm just talking to Coach Bolton down there.
Yeah,
the head coach at Satellite High School.
Oh, yeah.
He's really excited about these athletes.
Right, yeah. Coach, he's the one when I was county athletic director for a few years that really pushed to have beach volleyball added, which your daughter played in college.
Right,
and
right.
So again, he's a guru along with some of the coaches here in the county. But I'm glad to see him supporting these girls. Some of the girls at DeLaura are probably going to play in Satellite next year. And he's invited us because nobody is doing beach volleyball. So I told him, as long as you got suntan lotion, maybe a little umbrella, we'll come out there. Not the drinks with the umbrella, just the one that goes over our head, and we'll definitely do some beach volleyball.
We're used to that with the summer golf that we play. You know?
Yeah, there you go. That's right. Yeah, we don't mind. I mean, look, we're Florida boys. We don't mind getting out there.
Exactly. Yeah, I just got back from New Hampshire. My daughter graduated from Southern New Hampshire University. She was on the volleyball scholarship up there. So a beautiful ceremony. Just got back. Went up to Vermont also.
Oh, nice. I've never been up there.
A baseball game up there. Saw the Red Sox play.
I saw that. Yes, I saw that. That's on my bucket list. I got to see the green wall one day.
We will take a trip.
Okay. Listen, we don't have to ask me twice. All right. So DeLaura is going to serve first. We've got number 2, Ava Butler. In the 2 games we've done before, we called her name quite often. First serve, here we go. Girls Middle School Volleyball Championship game underway. Nice little rally going. Little touch over by number 11, Jordan Walters. Back over, setting it up again. That was hit by number 14, Kaylin Kinsey. That was out. So first point goes to Viera Middle School.
Yeah, that was really a close, nice hit though.
You know what? Yeah. I always grew up thinking you had to hit the ball with your fist, and they don't. They hit it with like the palm or underneath and smack the living heck out of that.
I think they get better control with that. You get more surface on the ball.
I guess. Serving for Viera Middle School, Michaela Volkert, number 17. Nice serve. Little rally going. Push back over. Number 3, Tinch. Nice little hit by number 5, Shirley. Back over by number 14. Barely out. That was a nice shot by Addison Zielinski. That went out. Tied 1-1.
I know it's early in the game.
I know it's early, but I think we're going to be bobbing back and forth just like this.
Well, you can rest assured these girls are fired up for this game.
Oh, yeah. This is Kaylin Kinsey on the serve. Oh, nice hustle. Oh, don't go to the air. Doug, I'm thinking there's probably at least 200, maybe 250 people here. I'm going to say 2/3 are for Viera Middle School. Don't get me wrong, though. We got DeLaura people sitting right next to us. They can get loud, too. Viera serving 0, Aubrey Boardwine. 2-1, Viera. Nice get by Walters. Nice over by Zielinski.
Number 3, nice.
That's a nice shot by Katie Prince. And again, we're tied 2-2. Again, if you're just joining us, first set in the girls' middle school volleyball championship. On the right of your screen, wearing the light blue, Scotties of DeLaura serving the Owls of Viera. Nice hit by Zielinski. Back over by Zielinski. Set up for number 3. We called her name. Nice shot to number 13, Addison Zielinski. Already called her name a couple times tonight.
That's a good hit.
And we're tied again, 3-3.
She hit that in the back court and nobody even reacted to it. So I think it was a little mix up there. Who should have had that ball?
Gotcha. You know, that was one thing that we said when we did the Hoover-DeLaura game. A lot of these girls play club, probably play on the same club, and you can just kind of see, especially these two teams here that are undefeated, they gel pretty good.
Oh, sure.
There's Tench. Nice stop by Michaela.
Good try by Zoe, number 1.
Point goes to DeLaura. They're serving 4-3. Again, we're just in the first set, just underway. DeLaura leads 4-3 over Viera Middle School. That was number 11, Jordan Walker's on the serve.
A little deep there by Jordan, but nice touch on the ball.
You know, it's one thing, again, and your daughter, my daughter, you know, played a lot of club sports, but they're wearing the school colors, they're playing for the school, they're both undefeated, they're playing in front of a big crowd. Yeah, there's probably a little jitters.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
There's Tench again on the other side. Nice stop by Borgline. Nice get by Zoe Puffnagel. Davila for Viera. Back over by Butler. Nice shot by Davila. There's Tench. Nice power.
He really hits that ball well. He puts a lot of velocity on that ball.
You know what's amazing, as high as that net is, somehow those girls get high enough where they're hitting down on the ball. I don't think I could get that high.
Yeah, I remember after the game we walked down and they're tall.
Oh yeah. Another point to DeLaura. That might be the first time tonight that either school has scored 2 points in a row. That tells you how competitive it is. DeLaura 6, Viera 4, and that's Tench on the serve. Bordine on the get. Nice shot by number 11, a little bit long. That's Emerson Gavitt.
What I see here tonight is you've got good coaching on both sides.
Exactly.
These girls are well coached.
Set up for Davila. Nice pushover. Nice pushover by Tench. Set up for Ava. Nice catch. What hustle. Good try by David. And with that, we've seen this happen before too. I saw it the other night. DeLaura's on a 4-point run, and just like that, things can change.
Good volley.
Butler. Oh, nice, got over. Campbell Jones. I believe that's their 6th point in a row. DeLaura leads 9-4.
Viera may have to take a timeout here to settle things down.
Well, I wonder. And I was going to ask you about that. You know, a lot of times you take the time.
One now.
A good call, coach. A minute timeout. You know, and I was just curious. I was just curious, you know, you take a timeout, you know, maybe the momentum's on the other side. Is there times, because you coached a lot more than I have, when maybe you don't want to take the timeout because you want to see if the team can, you know, without letting it get away, do it on their own? Do you ever do that?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
You know, I'm sure there are some coaches that do, and I've seen some that do.
Okay.
You can't let this get away from you right here. You know,
right.
You gotta call timeout. This is a big game.
Sure.
This is like a state championship.
Yeah, pretty much.
For middle school.
Right.
You gotta take a timeout. You gotta settle your girls down.
Right.
They just gotta settle down and play their game.
Right.
If they don't, it could be a long night.
All right, DeLaura back on the serve is number 3, Katie Tinch. Not sure what happened. Maybe they weren't ready. Again, DeLaura leads 10-4. And I saw this the other night, Doug, when I did the Jefferson game. DeLaura rattled off like 10 or 12 in a row. Jefferson came back and rattled 6 or 7. So again, momentum, especially in this sport, can 6 points down is nothing.
Oh, it can. It certainly swing fast. I've seen, with my daughter, I've seen enough volleyball, a ton of volleyball.
Right.
I've seen them, they've won games they shouldn't have and lost games they shouldn't have.
Number 2 for DeLaura, Amelia Easterline. One of only 2 7th graders. We talked about that before. DeLaura's got 15 on the roster, 13 8th graders, so they got a seasoned group this year.
Oh, wow. For the first year, they're doing a great
Viera's
job.
got 18 players. Viera's down 5-11. Nice get by Huffnagel. She's going to put the ball over. Nice hit by Kinsey.
That's a tough shot when that ball gets in the net like that.
Yeah, you try to either play it off the net or you get tangled in the net. You got to make sure your foot doesn't go over the middle. I mean, that is tough.
Tough shot.
All right, with that point, DeLaura leads 12-5 again. First 2 sets, first to 25. You got to win by 2. Third set only to 15. Back to serve is number 9, Madison Hadley. DeLaura up 12, serving 5. Oh, got a fault. 12-6. Again, I'm like you, Doug. We had a long way to go, but for Viera, it'd be nice to probably rattle off a few points, even if they don't tie it. Get 3 or 4, get a little momentum going. I mean, these girls aren't 11-0 for nothing.
Yeah, when you start coming back like that, you get your confidence back.
Right
now, their confidence is a little low. Right. They've got to search within themselves.
Right.
Because they're a great team.
Sure
they know it. So I'm looking for a great game. Me too.
That was Viera Middle serving. They got the point. Again, number 20, Gianna Surqua. Back for her second serve. DeLaura up 12-7. Viera trying to get a little run here. Nice serve.
Nice save by number 11.
Nice over by... Now, I'll be honest with you, we weren't here and I'm just watching this online. Some of these girls are playing like high school kids. I mean, the hustle on the floor.
It's amazing the skill level.
Yes.
And I'm sure they play travel ball as well.
Another nice serve by Surqua.
Yeah!
Running off a couple points in a row. That point went back over to DeLaura. They now lead 13-8.
A great kill by Jordan Walsh.
Sure was. Again, how these girls come down, they're 5 foot, 5'3", 5'4", and somehow that velocity is amazing. All right, Ava Butler on the serve. Nice get by Surqua.
Oh, nice save.
Nice save by Walters. There's a nice get by Gavak. Kinsey. Ball back over, nice block. Ball still alive. Back over by Kinsey. What a save! Oh my God! Whoa! Oh, double hit. Wow, what a point! My goodness! Crazy how Devin, my daughter, played for 2 years at Satellite before she got to lacrosse. But how they dive and get the back of the hand to hit it over amazes me. Another point for DeLaura. They're up 15-8.
Like we said, the skill level of these young kids is amazing. Yes.
Ava Butler back to serve. One of 13 8th graders on this squad. That's another tough ball, Doug. That ball's right there over the net. As far as the defender, there's really nothing you can do.
No, it's just no man's land. And did a great hell of a great kill on that.
Sure did.
Great kill.
Again, if you're just joining us, while we have, I believe, a minute, the coaches for Viera Middle School, head coach is Jen Ermery. She coaches several sports here, including girls soccer, which is also in its first year. Doug and I are looking at their undefeated banner. So she's already coached one championship team this year, the girls soccer. She's assistant coaches Lana Andrews. And I was talking about this earlier. This isn't new to 7th and 8th graders, it's new to middle school, but back in the day they had junior high school, and the assistant coach for Viera, Lana Andrews, actually played at Central Junior High School when they had 7th, 8th, and 9th, and she also played at Melville High School. So just like you said, Coach, we've got some. So again, we've had championships, but we haven't had middle school championships. Back in action, number 2, Ava Butler serving. DeLaura leads 16-8. Nice hit by number 6, Ava Surratt. Another nice score by Taylor Kinsey.
That was a good try by Zero over here for Viera.
You know, and you said this earlier, and you talked about when the game was over when we went to Hoover and watched DeLaura. They got some size. They got some height on their side that we haven't seen in the other teams. It's a nice get. Ball still up there. Nice over by Walters. Another nice try. That was Ava Surratt. Nice try by the Owls. DeLaura on another little run. They lead 18-8. First set, middle school volleyball championship. With a nice get by Boardline. Nice push over by Long. Setting up Surratt. Nice shot by Kinsey. Nice get by Zelensky. Nice push. Great. Okay, that's one of the trickiest plays because you do not expect that.
You don't expect it, and she placed it where nobody was at. Perfectly.
I mean, again, nobody's looking for that. They're looking for the setup, and she pushed that ball, like you said, where nobody was at. DeLaura up 19-8. Nice shot by Boardwine. I tell you, that Kaylin Kinsey, she's having a heck of a game.
Smart play. She's really a smart player. Watched her getting that ball over. She gets it into areas where nobody's at, and she's just a great player.
All right, back to serve again, Ava Butler. Oh, a nice get by Boardwine. Nice pushover by Quebec. Number 5 that time, Nyla Shirley. Ball goes out. DeLaura's up 21-8. You know, that's another thing. As fast as this sport is, like you just said, how they know where to place that ball and have time to look.
They're great athletes out there. Viera High School and Satellite's going to have some great players.
Oh, no kidding. It's Kinsey again. Oh, nice block by the Owls. That's number 6. Surratt and number 16, Laurel Long. That's probably the best block we've seen tonight.
They got up on that.
Man, they did. Holy mackerel.
You know, this is a big rivalry, too.
Yeah?
Viera versus Satellite. You know, this is the little ones, but it's big. It's big.
Well, you know how many of these young ladies probably would be at DeLaura this year if it wasn't for Viera Middle School. And they might have been at DeLaura last year. So you're right.
They know each other.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure they know each other from, club play, you know? So.
All right, back to serve for the Viera Owls. Number 17, Michaela Volkert. They're down 21-10. Nice serve. That's an ace. 11 serving 21. Again, Michaela Volkert in on the serve. Oh, another nice block. Number 16, Laurel Long. That's 2 blocks in a row. Man. They just need a few points to get ready because she is being a beast up there at that net. 12 serving 21. Oh, another nice push. Nice get by Boardwine. Setting up number 6. And that's a nice shot by Ava Surratt. Hopefully I'm saying her last name right. She's had a couple good shots today. They got a pretty good front line going right now, Doug.
Sure do. Ava's had some couple good plays here so far.
All right, 13 serving 21, back within 8 for the Owls. Another nice block, but this time the Scotties got it. Another nice dig by Boardwine. Zielinski, and she finds the open spot. 14 serving 21, they've rattled off 4 in a row. Coach is excited for the Owls. Like I said, this is one sport where, man, it can turn in a heartbeat.
Again, good job by Coach from DeLaura calling timeout. Coach Viera had the momentum going.
Oh, man.
So, get the girls over,
Yep.
let them settle down,
Right.
and play their game.
And for some of those that are new to the sport, and I'm not a volleyball, even though my daughter played for 2 years, so there's a madness to the, you can substitute girls out and then bring them back in to serve. That's why we keep seeing the same girls serve all the time.
Right, yeah. That's the way they do it. And my daughter, Kaylin, she served a lot, but then toward the end, she didn't serve very much. So the rotation is
right, big. That's why we've seen
really smart.
Yeah, serving a lot. All right, 14 serving 21. Another nice serve. There's Kinsey. Coach must have pumped her up during that timeout because that's Kinsey with another.
Great kill. I'm glad I wasn't in the way of that.
Yeah, that's why we're in the top row.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm glad I'm up here.
All right, 22 serving 14. Nice shot by Zielinski. Oh, nice hit by Boardwine. Oh, what a nice pushover. Number 16 for the hometown Owls, Laurel Long. She is running that front net right now.
Laura looks pretty tall, and she really placed that ball well.
And just like you said, after the game is over, we get down there, they're probably going to be 5'7", 5'8". It's just hard to tell up here.
Yeah.
All right, Viera 15, serving 22, down by 7. Another nice kill shot. Okay, you put Trench up there in the front, Kinsey on the front. They got some, oh my gosh, they got some offensive prowess. And number 11 up there on the front line, Jordan Walker, she's been serving it up. All right, back to serve. That is number 5. Oh, nice block. Oh, nice hit by number 6 for the hometown Owls, Surratt. Couple points that Ava's gotten tonight.
Smart move there by Ava. Viera's making a good comeback here.
Yeah, they're hanging in there. And even if they don't get the first set, they got to go into the second set knowing, hey, listen, we can rattle off 5 or 6 at any time. 16 serving 23, number 9 for the Owls, Cameron Pacheco. Again, first to 25 by 2. DeLaura's 2 points away. Nice serve. Like I said, it wasn't a hard hit, but they're finding that open spot.
Sure are. She's a smart player, and she's like taking control right now. She said, we're going to end this right now.
All right, set match, 24 serving 16. DeLaura up by 8, trying to end this first set. Nice back over by Davila. Oh, nice punch back by Tench. Setting up Davila. Nice shot. Tench again. She's just too strong. Really strong. Great kill there by Katie.
Great kill. Yeah, they are really playing well. Both of them. Viera made a valiant comeback here.
Right.
And they didn't give up.
No, they didn't.
They got down. They were way down, but they came back.
And again, best 2 out of 3. Just like right now, we got the NBA playoffs, the NHL playoffs. It goes to 7 for a reason. But I'm like you, Doug. Knowing that you can rattle off 5 or 6 when you have to, I'm sure that's what Coach has got to be talking about.
Yeah, she's talking right now about the positive things that happened here in the last couple of minutes.
Right. Oh, exactly.
She's pumping these girls up. She's a good coach. I like what she's doing on the sideline. She's got these girls pumped up. And like you said, it's a long game.
Just to remind anybody, if you just joined us, head coach for Viera Middle School is Jen Ermy. She's also a PE teacher here at Viera. She is also the head coach of the girls soccer team. First year we've had soccer, and they went undefeated and won the county championship. So her and her soccer team already have a chip on their belt. For DeLaura Middle School, again, head coach is Rob Leggett, and his niece, Caitlin Terry, a teacher at DeLaura, is his assistant coach.
Yeah, so I see the banner where they were. I see the banner where Viera was undefeated in soccer. You know, in Brevard County, we've got some great soccer.
Gosh,
I mean, great every sport actually. Football, and baseball.
Right.
We had several high school teams make it to the regional.
You know, one thing I'm look at that banner, 0 goals allowed.
Wow.
Holy mackerel.
Your eyes are better than mine, because I didn't see that.
It's because I got these peoples on, but undefeated is one thing. 0 goals? Oh my goodness.
I see that now.
I wonder if, was it Ashlyn Harris? I wonder if she came out of retirement or something, the All-American goalie at Satellite High School.
Yeah, what a role model she is for this area.
Right.
You know, these girls know about her.
Right.
And you know, he's trying to be as good as she is. Maybe make it.
Played in the Olympics.
You know? Yeah.
All right, so first set is over. DeLaura took that first set 25-16, but like Coach Cook said, Viera Middle School had several runs on their own. Anything can happen. You know, I was talking a little bit when I did the game the other night. Back in the day when you only scored when you served, those were like 20-hour volleyball matches.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Thank goodness somebody got smart and say, hey, why don't we just give a point on every serve, because that was just gut-wrenching watching that.
It took forever,
I'd hate to be on duty at the high school level. You'd be out by 12 o'clock when you had ninth and JV. And
that was a smart decision. Plus, it makes it a little more exciting, too.
It does, yes.
The way it's played today.
Yes, it does. All right, again, second set. First to 25, you got to win by 2. Both teams come in tonight undefeated, 11-0. And you know what, Doug? For the first year, that's kind of the way it should be. The 2 best teams, the only 2 undefeated teams, the 2 teams that finished second, they only lost to these 2 teams. So there was definitely an hierarchy, if I pronounced it correctly, in girls volleyball.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, you've got these. I'm sure every one of these girls play club ball.
Right.
And playing high school or middle school as a reward, you know, something more,
right?
Because you know they love their schools and they want to have a good team, so they're getting that added play time,
right,
at the school, you know, because club's huge, you know that, and your kids play club, mine is huge, and this is you can tell they've got some outstanding skills.
All right, to start the second set, that's an ace by Gianna Surqua. 1-0 to start the second set for the Owls. And you know, you're right, and I know club is big. A lot of colleges look at club, but man, you're wearing your school colors. There's probably 300 people in here tonight. This is special.
It's very special.
Second serve. Oh, nice pushover again by Jordan Walters. I don't know how you defend that. I mean,
she's got that shot down.
Yeah, she does. She's done that a couple times tonight.
Sure has.
All right, 1-1, back to serve. We talked about this earlier. Ava Butler doing the rotations. Been serving a lot tonight. Nice punch back by Janning. Good try by number 10, Zoe Smith. Point goes back to Viera. Kind of like how we started the first set, back and forth.
Yeah, they're back and forth here, and it seems like to me that it's going to get down to the wire.
All right, we got to be careful. We have administration from DeLaura sitting next to us, so we got to just make sure that we.
Miss Tina over here. I've known her since Johnson.
Wow, when she was
middle
teaching.
School days.
Yeah.
Or junior high school days.
All right, 2 serving 1. Oh, she touching that? Nope. Somebody maybe went under. As we mentioned earlier, we certainly want to reiterate Principal Miss Tina Susan up here next to us, watching next to Rob Terry, one of her teachers and coaches. I saw Miss McNutt, the principal here at Viera. She's in the gym as well to support these 2 teams. going to brag on Miss Susan a little bit. She's got a daughter at DeLaura that plays soccer. She's in a club soccer, and they're actually going to the Nationals out in Texas this summer. So congratulations and best of luck to her and her team.
Great.
Well, point goes over to Viera. 3-3. Again, we're starting the second set. You know, Doug, and again, you coach more than me. I'm thinking the longer Viera stays even and stays in it, like you said, that's going to build their confidence when they need to get a run later on in the set.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously a great team. They're undefeated. So is DeLaura.
Right.
They've got the talent.
Right.
They just need to settle down
Right.
and play their game.
All right, back serving is Sophia Jackson for Viera.
You got to get it over the net.
Yeah, gotta, you know, again, probably some jitters. I haven't seen her in yet today. She goes out. Coming in is number 21, Cora Fox.
Hey, even on the college level, I see it.
Oh, sure. Oh, sure. Also, one thing to get used to, the rafters are playable. So
Yeah.
you can't see it in the screenshot, but that bounced off one of the metal trusses and threw the young lady off. DeLaura up 5-3, second set. 15 with a nice shot, 15 with a nice hit, another nice block. Blocks by number 13, Anaya Stanley, and 15, Ava Davila. I think we've probably seen more blocks on the Viera side today than we have on the DeLaura side.
Yeah, they're well coached, got some good height up front.
Kind of like lacrosse. With volleyball, they've got a tag, I guess, before they swap. Lacrosse, you got to wait till the girl comes off before you get on. And they're real particular about that, which they've done a great job tonight. All right, number 9 serving, Cameron Pacheco. That's an ace. It's 5-5, second set. Viera needs to get this second set to force the third one. Again, championship match live from Viera Middle School. Nice serve. Set up. Number 6. Good shot. Nice try by Ava Surratt.
Now my daughter, she's Kaylin's 6'1".
Wow.
And there were some girls there. I've seen a couple 6'5" girls
Is that right? Man.
their opponents. And she hung in there pretty well.
Wow, good for her. Serving for DeLaura, Jordan Walker. DeLaura up 7-5. Again, it's just like even when I watch football, sometimes I'll do the chain game for Rockledge. You don't realize how big those guys are until you're right there next to them. Same thing with some of these young ladies.
Right. Yeah, the kids, kids nowadays, football especially, with the weight training, the diet.
And a nice shot by Katie Kent. DeLaura leads by 3, 8-5. You know, that's one thing. You know, I like to think that I was a pretty decent athlete growing up. Didn't hit the weight room, all of 5'4" when I got my license at 16, graduated at 140. But now, even with the girls, there's more of a mindset about working out and going to the gym, and it's not just a guy thing. And as we watch some of these girls and how hard they hit it, I mean, they're developing into extreme athletes.
Oh, absolutely. I see my daughters that played, college sports. My son played. Their diet, they don't drink Coca-Colas or sweets.
No.
And they're working out.
Right. Oh, that was on the line. Nice serve. That's an ace by Viera. Serving is number 17, Michaela Volkert. They're within 1, 7 serving 8. Yeah, I'm thinking moon pies aren't on the diet ritual.
I mean, that's what I used to eat, before the game. Moon pie and
exactly.
These kids are just...
They're a lot better at it than I was, or am. Nice little rally going. Nice little pop over by 5. Steve and Jennings, they get the point. Just like that in the second set. It's 8-8. We're all tied up.
One of the first weight rooms was at Cocoa High School, the old Cocoa High School, which is Rockledge, and brought down here from Virginia with the coaches there.
Wow.
And that was in 1966.
Oh, man. Nice serving by Volkert. Ball back over by Butler. Oh, that's a nice shot by Ava Surratt. She's she's also played real well tonight. She's hit a couple long, but what I like about her, she doesn't stop hitting.
No.
She just keeps hitting, you know, just like you tell a batter, just keep swinging, and she's done a great job.
She's left-handed too.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's another ace by number 17, Michaela Volkert. And Viera, for the first time tonight, has a 2-point lead. 10, serving 8, second set. Here we go. Probably got a little jacked up after that, you know, that adrenaline's going.
You know, that's a tough job. You got everybody looking at you.
Exactly.
It's like being at the, you know, the first, and teeing off at the first hole.
Right.
Everybody's looking at you, and you shake it. Of course, you know, I do that a few times.
A little bit.
On the golf course.
All right, 10 serving 9. Nice get.
Nice.
Serving it up for number 10. Nice block by
save.
Viera. Oh, nice get. Ball still going, still going. Oh, did they call it? No. So, I guess you can't touch the net. You can get the ball out, but you can't touch it. Okay, got it. Man, that was
I think they had 4 hits too.
Oh, that could have been, yeah.
I can barely count that. I think it was 4.
All right, 10 serving 10. Got to hit it back over. Nice little shot by Pacheco. Another nice block by the Owls. Nice get by Fox. Oh, that ball was going out, but it got tagged. Ayla Surratt with another kill.
Now that's a tough thing to do.
Oh,
the
yeah.
backboard there. The ball was coming so fast.
Right.
They're normally talking to each other.
Right.
Let it go, let it go.
Right.
But it was so fast that number 3 just reacted.
And I got to imagine, there's a little fear there if you let it go and it drops in.
Right,
You don't
right.
want that when you got probably close to 400 people today in the gym.
You're better off playing it.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. All right, 11 serving 10, Davila, number 15. He gets another ace. 12 to 10. Viera back up by 2. Again, if you just joined the second set, DeLaura won the first set 25-16. We are a lot tighter this set, Doug. Nice serve. Little pushover. Nice get. Uh-oh. Oh, nice get. Butler. I don't know what you call it. I'm going to call it a pushover, but that
That was just a finesse shot. That's it.
to have that in your arsenal is just, you know,
Well,
that's,
as a defender, you're expecting
yeah,
a kill.
exactly. Especially coming from Ava.
Yeah.
You know how she can hit.
Right.
It's
You
like,
expect them to kill it, and they
yeah.
lightly put it over there.
You know, I did play a little tennis in my youth at Cocoa High School, and 1 year at BCC. That's like a drop shot. You're back there waiting for that guy to kill it. He just topples that thing over. Oh, nice get. Nice try by Butler. Point goes to Viera. They now lead 13-11. Second set. They've got to pull it out. Force a third set to keep this match going.
Well, Viera certainly put the effort in here.
Yeah,
they have. They stepped it up a notch.
And you got to give them credit. Again, I'm just going to go out on a limb. This is probably the biggest crowd they played in front of. There's got to be 400 people here. And again, these young ladies are playing as if it's nobody. They're only looking at the 6 on the other side.
Exactly.
Nice serve. And the ball's out. Nice. 14-11. Viera's got their biggest lead of the night, up by 3. Back serving is Gianna Surqua. Hopefully I pronounced her name right. 14 serving 11. Oh, nice shot. That was Butler again. 14-12. Viera still holds the lead, second set.
Another nice kill there.
Listen, now that our Florida Gators have won the basketball NCAA championship, I got really no reason to get home early. I hope we go 3 sets.
Yeah, I do too. It's an exciting game.
Point goes to DeLaura. They're still down by 1. Ava Butler back there serving 13, serving 14. Viera with the 1-point lead, second set. Oh, nice hit. Nice strike. Sure was.
My daughter Kaylin, she didn't like soccer, so she loved volleyball.
Okay.
So And I'm thankful for that because
Yes.
it's their condition, you know.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
soccer's hot.
Oh yeah. I know, right? Exactly. Yeah. Hey, honey, why don't you play an inside sport?
Yeah.
Lauren's up by 15 over 14. And again, we talked about it, and you explained it to the people watching. We got Ava Butler. Coach has done a great job transitioning her and substituting, and she seems to be serving almost every time, and she's good at it.
She puts a lot of speed on that ball.
Oh, nice shot by Volker to get that ball over. Oh, another nice get by Volker. Nice shot by 13, Stanley. There gets the point, ties it up, 15 all.
The second game is a nail biter.
You know, we talked about this before too. The assistant coach, Terry for DeLaura, and the head coach, Ermi for Viera, both work at the school. So listen, we love community coaches. I was a community coach, but being in the hallways, seeing the young ladies, you know, being with them every day, recruiting kids to come play a sport, that's big.
Yes, definitely an advantage.
Nice hit by Fox. Back over by Long. Nice hustle by 11 Walters.
Great kill there.
If you haven't guessed it by now, we got the DeLaura contention sitting next to us. That was a good rally. They got excited. They took the lead. DeLaura up by 16-15. Another ace by the Scotties. Number 10 serving Zoe Smith.
You're right about the servers for DeLaura. They really put a lot of velocity on the serve and they place it really well.
But you know, you're right. I love watching college volleyball. Same thing. I've seen servers ace it, and the next thing you know, they hit it in the net. You know, again, you're right. You explained it. It's like that first tee. I mean, even though you've done it thousands of times, still, you got 400 people watching. It's not as easy as it looks. Not to me, anyway.
It's stressful, yeah. It's stressful.
Sophia Jackson on the serve, forcing Viera.
Played on a few, or coached a few state championship teams, Merritt Island, and you know, I've been in the playoffs,
right?
And it's a different atmosphere.
It is.
You know, it's similar to this right here.
Yes.
You can feel the excitement,
Right.
But sometimes it feels like things are in slow motion.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to describe unless you've been there.
Ellie Bennett, number 7, serving for DeLaura, up by 2, 18-16. Just got out. And you know, you talk about timeout here. They're down 19-16.
That's a good timeout.
As fast as this sport is, I'm going to guess, especially these young ladies playing the front line, before that ball comes to them, they already know where they're going. I mean, for them to place the ball that quickly boggles my mind how they have time to think in a split second.
Yeah, and like we said earlier, both teams are well coached.
Right.
Because they're positioning themselves as the ball is going over the net.
Right.
They're anticipating what the ball is going to be.
Right.
So they have been well coached by 2 really good coaches, in my opinion.
Coach Leggett, who's out there on the floor now, he's coached at the high school, middle, club level. Coach Ermi, I'm going to guess she's coached before at different levels. And again, she's also the girls' soccer head coach of the girls' track team, and assistant coach of soccer. So again, I don't know if I've ever seen anybody coach 4 sports at one school.
Yeah.
So
I did it back in the day.
Did you?
I worked at Central Junior High.
Man. All right, 19-16, DeLaura trying to close out the match. Nice get by Walters in the net. Good hustle. That's one thing too, Doug. I don't care what the score is. Both teams, the girls don't seem to get down if they make, they hit it out or fall. Man, they just next ball.
Oh, they're athletes. They're at this age. Like I was saying, keep saying over and over.
Right.
They're highly skilled at this age, and they've had plenty of experiment, I'm sure, with club ball. I mean, club ball, you travel all over the state.
Yeah,
sometimes out of the state.
Right.
The competition, or yes. unreal.
It is.
I mean, you go to an event.
Right.
I've been in there and there's like 100 nets in one huge
Oh
auditorium.
my gosh.
Yeah.
They're playing in like the convention centers.
Yeah.
All right, Cameron Pacheco, 17, serving 19, DeLaura by 2. Oh, nice block. Good try by number 6, Sherrod, and number 15, Viera. Just didn't quite get it over. DeLaura now leads 20-17. Again, if you just joined us, they took the first set 25-16. It's best 2 out of 3. They're 5 points from ending this match, but Viera's hanging tough. Nice serve. Nice get. Wow. Nice setup by the Living Walkers.
Long by Butler there.
18 serving 20.
Still anybody's game, right?
Oh yeah. I mean,
close,
as quickly
so
as these teams make runs, 3 points, 4 points.
I wish I'd have taken my nervous pills before I got here.
I know, and as
I'm like pumped up,
hey,
you know?
as they say, we don't have a dog in the fight, but I'm sitting here like we're watching our daughters play or something. Nice serve, nice get. Back over by Tinch. Oh, nice push. Walter, she's doing a great job setting it up. Oh, double tap, yeah. You know, and again, I don't know all the terms, but if there's not a stat for that little pushover, I'm calling it, there needs to be. I mean, that is a wonderful.
So deceiving.
Oh my gosh.
You know, like you said, you don't
like
know
you say,
when
I'm
it's
hiding
coming.
my face. I don't want to get smashed, and then she bobbles it at my feet.
Yeah.
All right, servings number 3, Katie Tench, 21, serving 18. First one to 25 wins the set. And in case of DeLaura, it's the match. DeLaura up by 3. And DeLaura's got 13 out of their 15 young ladies are 8th graders, so they've got a pretty seasoned bunch, which to me means that they've all played club. And hopefully there's some 7th graders in the wing for next year for DeLaura.
I'm sure there are.
I'm sure there are too.
There's just so many athletes in Brevard County.
Right. Oh, nice get. Back over. Oh, almost. Nice hustle by Viera. 22, serving 18. DeLaura, 3 points away from the match.
Great try by Ava. Sarah, number 6. She's all over that.
Oh, boy. I tell you,
She's a hustler. One thing about me when I coach, I love a kid that hustles. They sacrifice their body, either with basketball or football, whatever, just give you everything they got. I see every one of these kids do that.
You know, one thing, Coach, you had 5 kids play college. I had 2 that play in college. And I was always told by college coaches that were looking at my kids' tapes or anything, they watch the players that don't have the ball.
Right.
Because like you just said, what is Kaylin, what is Devin doing back there when they're not in the play? Because that means as much as when they do.
Oh yeah, they have to be alert and ready to go in this game, especially this game.
Otherwise, I'm wearing that ball over the way these young ladies are hitting that thing.
Exactly.
All right, back to serve number 3, Katie Tench. She's an 8th grader at DeLaura. They're up 22-18 in the second set. Oh, nice hit by number 6, Sherrod. There we go, gonna set it up again. Who's gonna take it? Number 5, Janny. Great. You got that no man's land right there in the middle, because like you say, every time you're expecting that ball to come 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, great try there by Madison Hadley. She just couldn't quite reach it.
Uh-oh, gotta call it. Back over by DeVila. Oh, what a play! What a play! Boston. Oh, great ball. I think that took Viera by surprise. They thought the play was over. All right, we got match point. 24-18. Back to serve. Number 3, Tench. For the match. Ball was out, 19, serving 25. Still match point. Back to serve, Viera DeLaura. Again, 19 serving 24. 25 is the set. And if DeLaura wins the set, they win the match. Back to serve, Viera DeLaura. Scotties of DeLaura Middle School, this year's middle school girls volleyball champions.
What a great kill there by Abe.
Wow. Again, hats off. What a great match. I mean, we played almost an hour. Again, hats off to Viera. Their first loss of the season. They finished 11-1. But what a year, 12-0. Last woman standing, undefeated, Scotties of DeLaura. They are this year's first ever middle school girls volleyball champions. You know, again, just like you said, Coach, we're going to be calling these girls names if we're still doing this in another year or so at the high school level.
Yeah.
And like you said, the two main schools are probably going to be Viera High School and Satellite. Of course, we do have the portal in high school sports.
Right, we do have that.
But I'm thinking most of these young ladies are going to go to those two schools. And like you said, Coach Bolton's over there at Satellite. So here comes the presentation. Athletic Director Candy Chan. She gives the trophy to the undefeated girls middle school champions, the Scotties of DeLaura.
Yeah, that was an exciting game. You know, Viera has nothing to be ashamed of. Great season, great hustle, and made some great plays.
Listen, you know, we forget about no matter, even if it's college basketball, just make, even though there's 68 teams now, making the plays, making the post. Yeah, it's tough because you got to remember, every team in the playoffs but one loses their last game. Every team but one. So again, but there's 10 other teams that aren't here tonight.
Right.
So again, hats off to Viera and Coach Ermy for a great season as they finish the runner-up tonight. And again, what a great, I mean, this is exciting. And hats off to Brevard Public Schools for building this gymnasium where there's seats on both sides. And again, thank goodness for schools like Viera and O'Galley that host our basketball championships, but we can now do our own.
Right, and this is a great facility. This is the first time I've been in here. Like I said, I got lost. I went to Viera High School. I went to the auditorium first, then their gym, and then I said, oh, there's a school over there.
Hey, don't feel that. I think I said Viera High School a couple times during the broadcast. And again, if you're new to Brevard, this is Viera Middle School's first year. So, and again, like we mentioned, Coach Ermy, she's already got one championship under her belt, as she was a head coach for the undefeated and unscored on, which boggles my mind, the girls soccer team here at Viera. So again, we're looking at two schools tonight that both have one championship under their belt.
Yeah, it's hats off to the coaches. Like I said before, they are just well coached. That team is just so well coached.
Yeah.
You know, and at this level,
yeah,
you know, middle school, it's amazing to me.
You know, and you've coached more than I have. I have to say, you know, we've done a lot of games. We've checked a lot of boxes this year. I thought the coaches did a great job too in calling their timeouts.
Oh, no doubt about that. When you've got the momentum against you, you've got to call a timeout and try to figure something out.
Right.
And that's where your coaching, the experience as a coach comes in. You're talking to the girls to calm down.
Right.
I think both teams are fairly evenly matched. Now on DeLaura, of course, you know, Ava Butler and number 3, Katie Tinch. They were just outstanding tonight.
Yeah, they were. And one thing I forgot to do during the match, Viera does have 2 injured players. Number 10, Sam Watson, and number 18, Kayla Chandler. So we certainly want to recognize those 2 ladies. We saw one of them on crutches here earlier.
So that may have probably made a difference there.
Well, you know what, and I think there was probably a little size, maybe advantage. But listen, as far as size, I think most of the best blocks came from the Viera side. That was at number 15, I think, Ava Davila. My goodness gracious, and number 6, Ava Surratt. Like I said, I think most of the big blocks came from the Viera side. But again, probably had 400. You know, I've been to a lot of championship games when I was the athletic director here for the county. I know for the girls and boys doubleheader at Viera High School for middle school, had to be 1,000 fans. But as this sport continues to grow, we're going to start. I mean, again, to me, 400 is, at least that's my guess, is pretty good.
You know, one thing I've noticed, you know, I've been to DeLaura a lot because my son played basketball there, and it was always packed.
Right.
And before they had the air conditioning,
Right.
Like sweating there. You worked there, you know what I'm talking about. But the middle school parents really get out.
Well, they do.
Yeah.
I got to give a shout out to our good friend, the principal that used to be with me over at DeLaura. He did not want us to turn those fans on, Mr. Solomon.
Trying to save
oh my gosh.
electricity,
And before the air conditioning, Jeremy, that's what caused all this right here. I'm just letting you know if you happen to watch. But, you know, Press Box Overtime, listen, we've got a lot of new followers the past couple of weeks. We appreciate it. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. This will be posted tonight when I get home. I'm going to have a little something to eat first on my YouTube channel. That way it's a little bit easier to find than trying to scroll down a Facebook page. Feel free to watch it. Let the young ladies know, the coaches. Download it if you want to. But we've checked a lot of boxes. We've been to some schools like West Shore and Titusville that we hadn't been before. We've seen some teams, Titusville baseball, that we hadn't watched before. Some sports, girls flag football.
Oh, that was fun.
And middle school volleyball. Our first championship. So again, we appreciate all the followers as we get close to 700. And again, just two old retired guys with a passion for sports. We love what we do. We appreciate you following. And what a way to end the year. Probably our last broadcast until the new season starts in August. But again, championship, and we're going to switch it away from us. Give you one more look at the middle school, Brevard County, undefeated champions, the Scotties of DeLaura Middle School.
It's going to be a great memory for these girls.
Absolutely.
They are the first team to win.
First one, that's right.
That's kind of cool.
Before we go, congratulations to Brian, your son. He is now nominated this year. He's in the class of 2025 Space Coast Hall of Fame for baseball at Rockledge. So congratulations to him, and Kudos got a state championship.
I know you're going to do an interview with him.
That's right.
He wants to do that.
Good.
We're going over there this Saturday.
All right, good.
So I'll arrange that with him.
Let us know.
He's looking forward to it.
That's Coach Doug Cook. I'm Bill Maharis. Thanks for watching. Tonight, 25-16, 25-19, DeLaura over Viera Middle School. They're your middle school girls volleyball champions. He's Doug. I'm Bill. We're Press Box Overtime. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Sports, it's more than just a game. We'll see you.